Okay, so just got to the running track. Before I tell you about today's workout, I want to invite you. Come January, I'm starting something new to help me lose more weight, to get stronger and help me with my running, and I want you to join me. I'm about to run through exactly what that is in a second, but first, let's talk about today's workout. So I'm over at the track because I've got some reps that I'm going to be doing. The Runna app, which I'm using for my half marathon training, calls this K200s. 2K warm up as normal, and then we go into 4 sets of 1K at 4:45 and 200 meters at 4:15 pace. That's gonna be hard, but we're on it. Watch the rest of this video. I'm gonna show you my workout today, but I'm also gonna share with you exactly what I'm gonna be doing down to a T. Please join me. Let me get changed and we start with the session. Okay, so let's start with the weight loss part. I'm gonna put on the screen exactly what I weighed this morning. The goal is to get to less than 80. So 79, anything like that. So we're gonna start with calculating how many calories you need to be on a calorie deficit. Okay, so whilst Aubrey is out on the track doing the workout, don't worry, we'll go back to there and show you how the workout is going. The first thing we're gonna do in 2024 is lose weight. And the best way to do that is to find out how many calories you should be on a daily basis. So I'm gonna put a link in the description, click on that link, and it's gonna take you here. There, either on the phone or on a website, it's gonna ask you to put in your details. So for me, I've put in my details. It's gonna put in age, sex, and then height, put in your current weight and activity level. I'm gonna say I'm active and then calculate. It's gonna give you a screen that looks like this. And that screen, bang, then tells you how many calories you're gonna be on. Actually, let me just put it there. I'm gonna choose for that mild weight loss because I'm gonna be doing quite a lot of running. I'm gonna be in the gym and therefore I don't wanna underfuel. There you go. 2,451 calories per day is what I'm gonna be on. Okay, warm up done, small rest. Then we'll go into the first rep. 1K at 4:45, followed by 200 meters at 4:15. Let's get it. Okay, 1K done. There's a split. We've got 200 meters. This needs to be fast. We're aiming at 4:15 per K pace. Let's go. Okay. Now that you know how it's gonna run, I'm just gonna play through the other reps. I'll show you the splits after. It's a good session. We've got 3 more reps to go. Okay, so 2 things before we start talking about the food itself. First thing, MyFitnessPal. You're gonna download MyFitnessPal. It's the thing you're gonna be logging everything you're gonna eat on a daily basis, and it will tell you how many calories are in that item. And therefore, you're gonna calculate as you go throughout your day to make sure you're staying within that number. For me, 2,451. Right, breakfast. Oh, the second thing I was gonna tell you about. People would tell you to not get too obsessed. Oh, mate, you're gonna get bored. You can't just be logging all calories and all this kind of... Listen, it's 8 weeks. Let me just implore you. Let me just encourage you. Just for 8 weeks, ignore those people because I guarantee if you do what I'm telling you, 8 weeks in a disciplined and consistent way, your body has no choice but to adapt and change and therefore hit your goals. So, breakfast. I'm gonna warn you, it gets a little boring, I get it. It gets a little monotonous, but there are ways of spicing things up. But anyway, let's go. Breakfast. I have about 60 grams of oats in a bowl, and I mix that with soy protein, always, and have that with some milk. I don't care what kind of milk, whether it's soy milk, skim milk, cow's milk, whatever it is, as long as you're keeping an eye on the calories. The second thing, without fail, supplementation. Creatine, monohydrate, without fail. Because remember, I'm also going into the gym. I'm also doing running. Lunchtime. I've subscribed. Now listen, I don't know this brand. They don't know me. I'm not affiliated at all. But I've subscribed to this meal service. This meal service is standard. It's a very tasty meals, but it tells you everything you need to know right on the label of that meal. So this meal, 346 calories. Remember, I've got 2,451, and I'll have a variation of it for dinner. In a latter video, I'm going to break down the fact that it's not just about calories. Those calories, great. 2,451 for me. I don't know what it is for you, but those calories comprised of protein, fats, carbohydrates. Okay. Those three things have to be structured in a way that they fit within the 2,451 calories for me. So there is a protein target I need to hit. This is a topic for another video, and we will touch on it. But for now, all you need to know is we've worked out of calories. I've told you what I'm going to be having. I'm not going left or right. We're staying right on target for 8 weeks, and we're going to remain consistent. Okay, so from a gym perspective, strength training, I've gone with My Coach app. It's basically a PT in your pocket. So you go to My Coach. It's the same one that we calculated our calories on. It opens up, tells you PT in your pocket. They've got all sorts of programs on there. Have a look. But the one I've gone with is called Lift and Run because it makes allowances for the days that I'm running. But essentially, 3 days. A pull movement session, push session, and a leg session. I'm going in 3 days a week. Feel free to go to the My Coach app. I'll leave the link in the description. Feel free to check it out and see if it works for you. You do get a trial period. If you don't, it's fine. Find another one. But essentially, I've shared with you in a transparent way what my running plan is like through the Runna app. I've calculated my calories. I've showed you what my nutrition will look like on a daily basis. The last component was not ignoring that strength training. I do enjoy lifting weights and doing stuff in the gym. And so that part of it is going to be key. You mix those three things, the running, the nutrition, and the gym work, there is no way we're going to fail. So I want to invite you, please join me. Okay, so let's break down the actual workout itself, bang. The warm-up section, I always aim for 630 per K, and you can see bang on 631, and the cool down at the end was slightly faster, but I felt good after having done the hard part of it. Now let's break down the actual 1Ks in there. The ask was 445 per K pace, and you can see I'm quite consistent all the way through, with my fastest being 429, and it's always the last one, but you can see the average floats in there at around that 434 per K pace, which is great. Faster than what was asked. In terms of the 200 meter intervals, you can see that here. I'm not gonna go through each one of them. All you need to know is it was asked of me to do 415 per K pace and nailed it. Really, really happy with how that kind of came on. Heart rate, bang, 152 beats per minute. Really good at a max of 180. That also felt really, really good. I normally max out at 195, so it's good to see that I wasn't at my max effort to achieve today's workout. That's really, really good to see. In terms of the training effect, I really like this one. It's a very good balance. You see the aerobic, this high aerobic impact. The anaerobic part as well. So you can see that overall, Garmin summarizes the workout and tells you what was the biggest impact, whether it was a threshold, aerobic base, but this one has been summarized as VO2 max specific. And I like that. That's a very good mix. Let's then talk about cadence. Now this one, take this with a pinch of salt. I think it's the average we need to look at, 152. That's what to focus on. This is one area I need to get better at. Ignore the max on anything, including heart rate, because this app just records the highest something reached. But that to me is not really worth talking about. The last thing I want to talk about is heart rate zones. And you can see that the majority of this one was done in zone 4. Very, very tough, in my opinion. Normally I will try and do my recovery within zone 2, but I saw that even the recovery was being done in zone 3. But all in all, it's a very good session. If it means you're going to get better as a person, you're going to get healthier, you're going to run better, feel better, please, please, please join me. We start together, whether you want to start on Monday, you want to start with me today, let's just do it. All I can assure you is, if you follow what I've just said, for 8 weeks straight, you will have no regrets. Let's go.